In previous lecture, I have discussed how to find the equation of the line. If drs are known and a point on it is known, right? What is that point drs form? X minus x1 divided by a equals to y minus y1 divided by b equal to z minus z1 divided by c. If the line passes through a point x1, y1, z1 and having drs ABC. This week's syllabus is about the lines and planes. Look, so that form of the line is x minus x1 divided by a equal to y minus y1 divided by b equal to z minus z1 divided by c. So these ratios will be equal to t. This is the equation of the line. So this passes through a point. One point will be there on the line. What is that? X1, Y1, Z1 and drs. If drs are known, drs are A, B, C. Drs means direction vector. So if these two are known, I have told how to write the equation of the line. So next form is, instead of drs, if dc's are given, the equation of line passing through one point x1, y1, z1 and having DC's L, M, N. Instead of DRs, you will be given DC's. Point will be same, right? For that equation is just in place of A, L will be there because DC's are given y minus y1 divided by m equals to z minus z1 divided by n. These three will be equal to t. Just simply point is there. Point is same. Passing through a point and having DC's means what? DC's means direction vector. Unit vector will be given to you. Unit vector will be given to you. DC's are given. You know that DC's ratio is what? DC's ratio and DR's ratio will be equal. L is to M is to N is nothing but A is to B is to C. Therefore, A you can write lambda L, B you can write lambda M, C you can write lambda N. Lambda N. Now in this formula, you replace that, then you will get the answer. X minus x1 divided by A means lambda L. In this rule, lambda L equals to y minus y1 by lambda M equals to z minus z1 divided by lambda N. So therefore, what you will get the equation? X minus x1 by L equal to y minus y1 by M equal to z minus z1 by N. Right? If DRs are given, we will write in the denominator DRs. If DCs are given, we will write the denominator DCs. The above point is same, passing through x1, y1, z1. These are the two forms. If a point on it and DRs are known, this form. If a point on it and DCs are known, this form. These are the two forms of line. Note the running note sum. కొంచెం మీరు కొంచెం స్పీడ్ పికప్ చేయాలి. Everybody, you have to pick up the speed. Okay. If anything you are unable to write, keep a gap there and then you follow the YouTube channel. That's why I'm uploading. Okay, no. Syllabus is syllabus is huge in this Super 60, right? You have to pick up the speed gradually. You are following from last few months, so you can pick up the speed, right? If anything small gap is there, you keep a gap and then in the YouTube just slowly you follow that concept again. It is there now in the YouTube, no problem. Okay, no? You can follow that. But you have to learn every day. If there is any lag is there in the class, in the YouTube, at your home, relaxedly, just watch that. You will get easily. Look at. So these are the two forms. Suppose two lines are there like this. Look at. Two lines are there like this. This is one line, this is one line, and then another line is like this. DC's form it is there. Two lines are there. This line meaning is what? It passes through x1, y1, z1 and having DC's L1, M1, N1. This passes through x2, y2, z2 and having DC's L2, M2, N2. Now number one, acute angle theta. If DC's are known, what is the formula? Same formula will be there. If DC's are known, what is the formula? L1, L2 plus M1, M2. If DC's are known, what is the formula? Same formula. Here also. DC's known. This is the formula. Obtuse angle equals to pi minus theta. First we will calculate acute angle and then obtuse angle will be what? 180 minus theta. 180 minus theta. Lines are parallel if lines are parallel means what is the formula? L1 by L2. I already discussed. M1 by M2 equal to N1 by N2. These ratios L1 by L2, M1 by M2, N1 by N2. If they are equal, lines will be parallel. Lines are perpendicular. If theta is 90, therefore what is the formula? L1 L2 plus M1 M2 plus N1 N2 equal to 0. So DR's form also same. DR's means you will get A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 divided by root of A1 square plus B1 square plus C1 square into root of A2 square plus B2 square plus C2 square you will get. Right? If DC's are given this formula, DR's are given, I have already told the formula. Right? Okay. Next. Suppose line is there like this. Any line will be in this form. Any line will be in this form. equal to some t, equal to some t, right? So this line is what actually this passes through a point and having dr's ABC. dr's ABC. So now look at, on the line there are infinite points. Infinite points. One point is what? A, x1, y1, z1. There are lot of points on the line. If you want to calculate any point on the line, then that is nothing but x, y, z. Any point on the line, x, y, z. Any point on the line means what? If you calculate that x, y, z, you will get that point P. How to calculate that x, y, z? Look at, equate this to t. This is nothing but t. So x is nothing but x1 plus at. If you equate this to t, then you will get x. x1 plus at. Similarly, if you equate this to t, you will get y1 plus bt. If you equate this to t, you will get z equal to z1 plus ct. So therefore, any point on line, is taken as x comma y comma z equals to x1 plus at, y1 plus bt, z1 plus ct. That means on this line, any point if you want to calculate, that point xyz we will take like this: x1 plus at, y1 plus bt, z1 plus ct. Now look at, if you calculate the value of t, then you will get that point. If you calculate the value of t, then you will get that point, because x1, y1, z1 is given already to you. A, B, C are already given to you. So what is the variable here? Variable is nothing but in x coordinate, y coordinate, z coordinate. Only t is there. That means if you find that particular value of t for that point, you will get that point. Suppose let us say t equal to 0. T equal to 0, if you substitute here and here, then you will get x1, y1, z1. That means this point also lies on the line. So that point you got. Similarly, for some other point, there will be some other value of t. That means depending on the given condition, if you calculate the value of t, then you will get that particular point. For every point on line, there will be unique value of t. Unique value of t. Unique value of t. The t, if you find out, then you will get that point. Suppose he will ask like this: a line will be given to you. Find a point on the line. Find a point on the line. That means on the line you have to calculate a point. In that case, what we will take is, line is there equal to t you take. Then x, y, z you calculate. This is the first step. Then he will give conditions on how the point is. By using that condition, you will calculate value of t. Then you will get that point on the line. That is the procedure of calculating points on the line. Take one example. Take one example. Suppose look at, a line is given to you. a line is given to you, x plus 1 by 2 equals to y minus 1 by 2 equals to z plus 2 divided by minus 1. So this line is given to you. I have asked number one. I have given 1 point. Look at, I have given 1 point. Minus 3, minus 1, minus 1. Right? This point lies on the line or not? Generally, if a point lies on the line means we will substitute that point. Here also do the same thing. Substitute here. If these three ratios are equal, then that point lies on the line. Suppose substitute. This. So what you are getting here, minus 1. Here what you are getting, minus 1, minus 1. Therefore, what you can say, as these three are equal, P lies on L. Or P passes through L. Just substitute. If these three are equal, then lies on the line. Otherwise, it does not lie on the line. Suppose take another point. Take another point. Suppose let us say Q point. Q point I have given point 3, 5 minus 2. Suppose I have given this point. So substitute here 3 plus 1 by 2. Minus 2 plus 2 divided by minus 1. This you are getting 2. This you are getting 2. But this you are getting 0. These three are not equal. Lie on L. Q does not lie on L. That means line will not pass through Q. Line will be outside. On the line it will not be there, Q. Right? Like that, if any point is given, whether it is lying on the line or not, you can calculate. Just by substituting in that. It is very easy only. So look at next. Look at question is like this. Find points on line. Find points on line. One line is given to you. X by 1 equals to y plus 2 by minus 1 equals to z minus 1 by 1 that are at a distance of 2√3 units. That are at a distance of 2√3 units from one point is given. One point is given minus 1, minus 1, 0. Right? You have to find points on the line that are at a distance of 2√3 units from this point. Where this point will be, first when a point is given, this point lies on the line or not. Whether this is on the line or outside the line, you can easily calculate. Suppose if you check minus 1 by 1 equals to minus 1 plus 2 by minus 1 equal to 0 minus 1 divided by 1. You got minus 1 equals to minus 1 equal to minus 1. That means P lies on line. First, we will say that P is a point on the line. That means this point is given on the line. That you have to assess first. So then mark that point now. Mark that point on the line. So line is there like this. Line is there like this. So then line is there like this. P point is there on the line. You want to find point on the line. Another point you have to find out. Let us say that point is Q. You have to find a point on the line. That means what you have to find out? X, Y, Z you have to find out. X, Y, Z you have to find out. Right? Such that PQ distance is what? 2 root 3 units. 2 root 3 units. Now Q point must be taken in this way. Q point is on the line. Take this line. X, Y, Z you have to calculate. This is some T you take. Some T. Q point is what? X, Y, Z. Right? So Q point is nothing but X, Y, Z. This is nothing but this equate to T. Then you will get X value of T in terms of T. This equate to T. What you will get? Minus T minus 2, comma. This equate to T. What you will get? T plus 1. Therefore, Q point is nothing but T minus T minus 2 T plus 1. Q point can be taken like this. T comma minus T minus 2. Any point on the line if you have to take means from the line you have to calculate what is x, y, z. Now T value if you calculate you will get Q point. What is the condition given? PQ equal to 2 root 3. Distance between P and Q is nothing but 2 root 3. What is the distance between PQ? You can easily write. This is x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2. What is the distance between them? T plus 1 whole square. X2 minus x1 whole square. Minus 2 plus 1. So minus 1 whole square plus T plus 1 minus 0 whole square equal to 2 root 3. Okay now. So look at, if you take minus common, this will also become T plus 1 whole square. So T plus 1 whole square, T plus 1 whole square, T plus 1 whole square. Squaring both sides. Squaring both sides means 3 into T plus 1 whole square equal to 12. This. So therefore this gives T plus 1 equal to plus or minus 2. That means if plus is taken, what you will get? T plus T equal to 1, comma. If minus is taken, T equal to what? Minus 3. Right? So T values you got. T values you got means you will get what is the point Q. So Q, T equal to 1. T equal to 1. Q means T comma minus T comma minus 2. T plus 1, that is equals to T equal to 1. If you substitute 1 comma minus 1 minus 2, that means minus 3 comma 1 plus 1 2. If T equals to minus 3, Q what you will get? Minus 3 you substitute, that means minus 3. So here 3 minus 2 1, minus 3 plus 1 minus 2. That means Q can be either this point or this point. 2 points will be there like that on the line. Why you got 2 points? Suppose simply logically if you think one point is there, you want to find a point which is at a distance of 2 root 3 units. This side one point will be there. This side also one point it can be Q. This side also one point will be there. That's why you got two positions of Q, because from this side one point will be there, this side one point will be there. That's why you got two values for T. For one value of T, there will be one point. For another value of T, there will be another point. From this you can understand that for every point on the line, there will be one value of T. That T if you calculate, that point you can calculate easily. అఖిల్ ఏంటి డౌట్? అఖిల్ 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 ఏంటమ్మ డౌట్? ఆండ్రాయిడ్ చేసావు ఏంటి డౌట్? ఏ టిఫిన్ చేసావా? టిఫిన్ చేసావా అంటున్నా. చూడరా, z-1/1 = p అంటే వస్తారా? 1 అటు తీసుకెళ్తే ఏమొస్తుంది? మీ ఊర్లో అలా వస్తుందా? మీ ఊర్లో అలా వస్తుందా అంటున్నా నువ్వు చెప్పినట్టు. మ్యాథమెటిక్స్ అంటే ఇంటర్నేషనల్, ఎక్కడైనా ఒకటే. టిఫిన్ చేయలే అందుకే అడిగాగా నువ్వు. అట్లా అదే అందుకనే నీకు కళ్ళు తిరుగుతుంది. ఓకేనా? రైట్. సో నెక్స్ట్. So like that, whenever you want to find a point on the line, equate it and then take x, y, z. Next look. I will tell one formula. Let P x1 y1 z1 be a point on line L having DCs given to you LMN. DC is given to you LMN, and there is a point on the line given. The points that are at a distance. The points that are at a distance of r units from P on L are, formula is this one. Actual procedure I told. x1 plus or minus LR, comma y1 plus or minus MR, comma z1 plus or minus NR. Formula is this. Look at it. There is a line, and if there is a point on it, whose DCs you must know. You must use only DCs are given. If not given, you have to calculate DCs. For applying the formula, not DRs, DCs are required. So if you want to calculate the points, this is a point on the line. Suppose you have to calculate the points that are at a distance of R units. R units means that side one point will be there. This side also one point will be there. 2 points will be there. Those points can be calculated by using this formula. X1, Y1, Z1 means point. R means distance. LMN means what? DCs of the line. Let us take one example of how to. Actual procedure I have told in the previous problem. Right? If you want to use formula, you can use this formula. Look at, suppose for example, problem is given like this. Find the points on line. X by 2 equals to y by minus 2 equals to z by 1. One line is given to you that are at a distance of that are at a distance of 6 units from point 2 comma minus 2 comma 1. From the point, this one line is given. One line is given. For the DRs given, you can observe. DRs given. DRs, these are DRs, not DCs. 1. Right? So now look at this point. This point is there. You have to see whether it lies on the line or not. Let us say this is P point. So 2 by 2 equal to minus 2 by minus 2. Just substitute in place of. So 1 equal to 1 equal to 1. That means P lies on line. P lies on line. That means it is a point on the line. P. This is a point on the line. That means what? From this point, you have to calculate points that are at a distance of 6 units. 6 units means this side 1 point will be there, this side 1 point will be there. Now for calculating that, use this formula. You want DCs. DRs, you know. DRs are what? DRs are given for that line. DRs are given 2 comma minus 2 comma 1. DC's formula is what? I have told the formula. A by root of A square plus B square plus C square comma B divided by root of A square plus B square plus C square comma C by divided by. So these are DCs. Plus or minus. Here you take 1, either plus or minus. Anything you can take. Plus you can take, minus you can take. So plus I have taken. So DCs are what then for this line that you want. 2 by root of 4 plus 1, 3. So minus 2 divided by 3, 1 divided by 3. Calculate. If you know DRs, how to calculate DCs? This by using this formula. This LMN. Now X1, Y1, Z1 is that point. This which are at a distance, that means what? R equal to 6. R equal to 6. Now required points are these two required points. Or what is the formula? X1 plus or minus L R comma Y1 plus or minus M R Z1 plus or minus N R. You can make use of the rule. That's why I have calculated DCs. By mistake, don't take A, B, C and then substitute in place of LMN. You have to calculate DCs. That means what is the formula? X1 means 2 plus or minus L means 2 by 3. 2 by 3 into R means 6 comma Y1 is minus 2 plus or minus. So minus 2 by 3 into 6 comma Z1 plus or minus N is 1 by 3 into 6. Right? 3 ones, 3 twos. If you take plus, you will get 1 point. That means look at 2 plus 4, 6 comma. If you take plus here means this is minus 2 plus means this is minus 4. Minus 2 minus 4, that means minus 6 So if you take plus here means 1 plus 2, 3. This is 1 point, or another point is what? Minus if you take 2 minus 4, that is minus 2. Minus 2 minus of minus 4, minus 2 plus 4, that means you will get 2. 1 minus 2 minus 1. That means this point is 1 point Q, this point is 1 point R. These are the 2 points you require. Right? This formula is used when one point on the line, from that point, if you want to calculate the points which are at a distance of R units from that point, for that you need element, DCs of that line. This is directly you can apply formula. Previously I have told the procedure, now this is the formula. Okay. అందరూ ఈరోజు ఎన్రోల్మెంట్ డేటా పంపించేసేయండి, అందరూ కూడా గ్రూప్కి. లేకపోతే ఎన్రోల్ చేయటం కష్టం, మళ్ళీ ఏదో కాలేజీలో ఎన్రోల్ చేసుకోవాల్సి ఉంటుంది. ఈరోజు ఇమీడియట్గా మీరు లంచ్ టైం కలరా మీకు గ్రూప్లో ఏదైతే డేటా కావాలని పెట్టారో ఆ డేటా ఇమీడియట్గా పెట్టేసేయాలి. అందరూ లేట్ చేయొద్దు. మీరే ఎక్కడో వైజాగ్లో పడింది మీకు సెంటర్, అట్లా పెట్టుకుంటే ఇమీడియట్గా పంపించాలి. మీకు ఏదైనా డౌట్ ఉంటే వైస్ ప్రిన్సిపాల్ సార్కి చేయండి, లేకపోతే మీకు బోర్డు ఇన్ఛార్జ్ ఉంటారు అందులో మీకు పెట్టిన దాంట్లో, ఆ ఇన్ఛార్జ్కి కాల్ చేయండి. ఆ ఇన్ఛార్జే రెస్పాన్సిబుల్ దానికి. సో నాకు పెట్టమాకండి, ఆ గ్రూప్ లో పెట్టండి మీరు. లుక్ ఎట్ నెక్స్ట్ కాన్సెప్ట్. సో lines, look at, if the lines are there like this, if the lines are there like this, L1, let us say L2, these are parallel lines. మీ పేపర్ పై ఇలా గీస్తే, if on your paper you have drawn like this, then they are parallel. If they are not parallel, definitely they will intersect. Definitely they will intersect. So L1, let us say L2. L1, let us say L2. Two lines are there. These are called intersecting lines. These are called intersecting lines. So your paper is there. On that, if you draw two lines, they will be like this or they will be like this. Right? Your paper is nothing but XY plane. Right? XY plane means infinite. But we are assuming that your paper is XY plane. XY plane is what? Infinite. Now you may have drawn like this and drawn like this, or it is not intersecting, means you are assuming that simple paper is XY plane. XY plane means what? Infinite. In XY plane, if you draw lines, infinite lines these are, they will be parallel. If they are not parallel, they will definitely intersect at a point. Don't say that your paper is fixed, right? On that, if you draw on one corner, they may not be intersecting, because you are confined to paper only. XY plane is what? Infinite plane. So on that plane, if you draw, they will be either parallel or intersecting. If they are parallel, they will be like this. If they are intersecting, they will be like this. Look at. So now, if they intersect each other, it is called point of intersection. It is called point of intersection. Right? Suppose if they will not intersect. They will not intersect. Right? Suppose one line is in your paper and one line is on my board. They will not intersect, because they are not lying in the same plane. These are called non-intersecting lines. if they have no intersection points, they are called non-intersecting lines, right? Look it. So if they are intersecting, how to find intersection point, right? In 2D geometry, what we have done, taken two lines and then solved for x and y, then you got point of intersection. Here also you have to do the same thing, right? X, Y, Z you have to calculate. Point of intersection means. Look at how to find point of intersection, we will see. Check whether the lines, x minus 1 by 1, y minus 1 by 2, one line is given like this, z plus 2 divided by 3, this is one line given, and x plus 2 divided by 2 equals to divided by 2, intersect or not. Intersect or not. If so, find point of intersection. POI means point of intersection. Point of intersection. Right? So look at, for finding, if they intersect, what happens? They will be like this, P. This P is point of intersection. So this P lies on L1 as well as L2, common point to both the lines. Intersection point means. For finding point of intersection, what we will do is x minus 1 by 1 equal to some R1, let us say, equal to some R1. Now on this is line 1, let us say, line 1. Now I will calculate Pxyz, xyz. Right? This point P is there, that lies on L1. P means on the line means what? XYZ. Calculate this. What is that? Equate this to R1. So R1 plus 1. Equate this to R1. 2R1 plus 1. Equate this to R1. 3R1 minus 2. Okay. P. Line 1 taken and P calculated. Similarly, line 2 you take. So line 2 you take. From that we will calculate what is XYZ. Equal to R2, let us say. Here R1 means some other variable you take. Because this is a different line, don't take R1 again, R2. So that means P lies on this line also. From this we will calculate what is XYZ equals to. From this you calculate, equate this to R2, what you will get? 2R2 minus 2 comma minus R2 plus 5 minus R2 plus 5, 2R2 minus 3. So like that. From line 1 calculate XYZ, from line 2 calculate XYZ. Now this is a common point means these two must be equal, equate that. If they intersect, what happens? This is common point, these both must be equal. Whenever you want to find point of intersection, equate these two. right? So now equate x coordinate to x coordinate, right? And form one equation. X coordinate to x coordinate means what is the equation you will get? I am writing above. So this is equal to this means I am writing the equation like this. What you will get? Bring this side everything. R1 minus 2R2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 equal to 0. First equation. First equation. I have equated x coordinates, y coordinates. This is equal to this. That means bring this side 2R1 plus R2 plus 6 equal to 0. Let us say this is second equation. Equate this to this and write third equation 3R1. Bring this side minus 2R2. So minus 2R2 minus 2 plus 3 plus 1 equal to 0. Like that, you form three equations. Calculate R1, R2 from the first two equations. From the first two equations, calculate R1, R2. Right? So for that, what I am doing is I am multiplying with 2. 2R1 minus 4R2 plus 6. Two R1 control equation R1 minus 2R2 plus 3. 2R1 plus R2 minus 4. This equal to 0. This. So I have multiplied with 2. This now this minus this means minus 5R2. 5 this minus this means R2 plus 4R2. 5R2 minus 4 minus 6 minus 10 equal to 0. So R2 value is what? 2. R2 value is what? 2. Now substitute here. R1 minus 4 plus 3 equal to 0. That means R1 equal to 1. So R1 is 1, R2 is 2. Now these values, whatever you have solved from first two equations, substitute in third. Third implies if you substitute R1, R2, whether they are satisfied or not, you see. Therefore, 3 minus 2 into 2 plus 1 equal to 0. So 4 minus 4, 0 equal to 0. That means these values are satisfying the third condition also. If these values satisfy third condition, therefore lines intersect. L1 and L2, when they will intersect is, if we substitute these values, this equation is satisfied means they will intersect. Suppose this equation is not satisfied, that means suppose you got 2 equal to 0, that means they will not satisfy. In that case, lines will not intersect. Lines will not intersect. Therefore, lines intersect in this case. That means they are intersecting lines. Now, what is the point of intersection is, what is the point of intersection? Now, lines are intersecting. Point of intersection is nothing but P, right? So, P is this, in the first line, R1 equal to 1. Look, in this point, R1 equal to 1, if you substitute P, what you will get? P, R1 equal to 1 means you will get 2. You will get 2. R1 equal to 1 means you will get 3. R1 equal to 1 means you will get 1. This is the point. Suppose in this also, you substitute R2 equal to 2. In this, look at, you will get the same point or not? 4 minus 2, 2, comma. R2 equal to means what is this 3? R2 equal to means what is this 1? That means you got the same point means what? Therefore, point of intersection is nothing but 2, comma, 3, comma, 1. This is the point of intersection. That means these two lines intersect at the point 2, 3, 1. 2, 3, 1. Look at simple. From the first point xyz, from the second point xyz, equate them and form three equations. Solve 1 and 2, get R1 and R2, right? Substitute in the third. If they satisfy, they will intersect. If they will not satisfy, they will not intersect at all. If they are intersecting, take the point, any point, either in R1 or R2. You substitute R1, you will get a point that is called point of intersection. If you substitute R2 also, you will get the same point. Anything you can substitute. Like that, how to find the intersection point? There is no other procedure to find the intersection point. Like this only you have to do. You get one more problem we will solve on this. Suppose two lines are given like this. Look at it. One line is given this, one line is given this, and another line is given. So suppose you have to find point of intersection. Point of intersection. Right? Let us take this as R1. How to find point of intersection is take R2. Take R2. Right? So calculate XYZ from both and equate. Equal to so from the first line what you will get on here 2R1 plus 1 comma minus R1 comma 4R1 minus 2. This from the first line I have calculated. So from the second line also what is that? Minus R2 comma 2R2 minus 1. 2R2 minus 1 comma 3R2 plus 1. 3R2. Okay. So now equate this to this and form an equation. That means what you will get 2R1. 2R1, bring this side. R2 plus 1 equal to 0. Number 1. So number 1, first equation. Second equation is equate this to this. So minus R1, bring this side. So minus 2R2 plus 1 equal to 0. This, so second equation. Right? Third equation, equate this to this. 4R1 minus 3R2 minus 3 equal to 0. Third equation. What we will do is we will solve these two. We will solve these two. For that, what I am doing is multiplying with 2. Multiplying with 2 means 4R1 plus 2R2 plus 2 equal to 0. I am adding this and this such that it will get cancelled. 3R1 plus 3 equal to 0. R1 is what? Minus 1. Therefore, R1 is minus 1 means here you substitute. So, R2 is what? R2 is 1. R2 is 1. Now look at, you substitute in the third. Third implies R1 is minus 1. You substitute minus 4. R2 is 1. So that means minus 3, minus 3. You got minus 7 minus 10 equal to 0. That means they are not satisfying. So they are not satisfying. That means what? Therefore, lines will not lines will not intersect. Lines will not intersect. Lines will not intersect. That means there won't be any point of intersection. Point of intersection. Suppose look at R1 if you substitute in this, R1 if you substitute, R1 equal to what? Minus 1. This point will become, look at different points you will get. R1 equal to minus 1 if you substitute, what is this point? Minus 2 plus 1 minus 1. Minus 1 means you will get 1. Minus 1 means you will get minus 6. This is this point. Right? R2 equal to 1 means R2 equal to 1 if you substitute here, minus 1, R2 equal to 1 means you will get 1, R2 equal to 1 means you will get 4. These points are not equal. These points are not equal. In the previous case, if the lines intersect, if you substitute R1 here, R2 here, both will be same. That is the point of intersection. Here both points are what? Different. They cannot be equal. That means there won't be any point of intersection. The lines will not intersect. If they intersect, then here 0 equals 0 you will get. Point of intersection is nothing but substitute here, substitute here. You will get the same point, that is point of intersection. Like that. How to find point of intersection of two lines? Okay, now. Next. Next, look at. Look at. two lines lying in same plane. Two lines lying in same plane are called coplanar lines. Coplanar lines. Suppose two lines are there. Let us say they are lying in XY plane. That means both will lie in the same plane. They are called coplanar lines. Right? Coplanar lines are either parallel or intersecting. If they lie in same plane, how they will be? They will be either parallel or intersecting. That means coplanar lines, if they lie in same plane, then they will be either parallel or intersecting. Right? So next. Two lines lying in different planes. Two lines lying in different planes are called non-coplanar lines. Are called non-coplanar lines. Non-coplanar lines. Right? Suppose one line is lying in XY plane and the second line is lying in YZ plane. So they are lying in different planes. That means one line is lying on your paper and one line is lying on my board. They are what? They are lying in different planes. So they are called non-coplanar lines. They are called non-coplanar lines. If both are lying on your paper, then they are called coplanar lines. Right? If both are lying on different papers, different planes, then they are called non-coplanar lines. Look. Lines which are neither parallel nor intersecting. Neither parallel nor intersecting. Neither parallel nor intersecting are called skew lines. Very important. Skew lines. Skew lines. That means these lines, how they are is, they are neither parallel nor intersecting. Skew lines lie in different planes. If in the same plane they are there, they will be either parallel or non-parallel. Right? So if they are neither parallel nor intersecting means what? They will lie in different planes. That means if one line is on your paper, one line will be on my board. So, and they are not intersecting. Right? They will lie in different planes. So skew lines we can say Skew lines are non-coplanar lines. Skew lines are non-coplanar lines. Right? Skew lines means the lines which are neither parallel nor intersecting, they will lie in different planes. That means they are what? Non-coplanar lines. 2 points, Amma. If the lines are parallel or intersecting, right? Or if the lines lie in same plane, they are called coplanar lines. In same plane means they will be either parallel or intersecting, right? So lines which are neither parallel nor intersecting, they are called skew lines. Obviously, they will lie in different planes. Different plane means what? Non-coplanar lines. Look at how to check whether two lines are coplanar or non-coplanar. We will check out. We will find a condition for that. Look at 2 lines, 2 lines, 2 lines. In vector form, lines are there. Look at lines are there in vector form. R bar equals to A bar plus lambda B bar. Lambda B bar. Line 1 is like this. Line 1 is like this. Line 1 is like this, comma L2 R bar equal to C bar plus mu D bar. Line 2 is like this. So this is in vector form line. This is in vector form line, right? Number one, first point is in vector form. If you want to solve the problem, if L1 and L2 are parallel or intersecting, parallel or intersecting, parallel or intersecting, then condition is box of, I have already discussed in vectors, A bar minus C bar B bar D bar equal to 0. B bar D bar equal to 0, right? So here parallel or intersecting means what? They are coplanar. Coplanar lines. Coplanar lines. Right? If the lines are parallel or intersecting, condition is what? Box of A bar minus C bar B bar D bar equal to 0. That is the condition. In vector form, this is. Number 2. If L1 and L2 are neither parallel nor intersecting, means what? Skew lines. Skew lines or skew lines are what? Non-coplanar. Skew lines or non-coplanar lines, then condition is just this not equal to 0. not equal to 0. Look at, line is given like this means what? This line in vector form, that line passes through A bar, passes through a point A bar and parallel to vector B bar. This line means what? Line passes through point C bar and parallel to D bar. Suppose let us say this is the plane. Look at, this is the plane, right? This is your paper, right? So two lines, let us say they are intersecting. Two lines are like this. Two lines are lying in this plane. Two lines are lying in this plane. First condition I will deduce. So this is L1, this is L1, this is L2. This is L1, this is L2. What is this line? This passes through a point A. There will be a point on that whose position vector is A bar. Whose position vector is A bar. And line is drawn parallel to which vector? Direction vector B bar. This is the meaning of that line. This line passes through point whose position vector is A bar and parallel to B bar. And the second line means passes through point whose position vector is, let us say B point, and that is C bar. And the line is drawn parallel to, the vector D bar, right? So this point position vector is given and the line is drawn parallel to B bar, first line. So L2 passes through point B whose position vector is C bar and the line is drawn parallel to D bar. This is the meaning. Suppose let us say the lines intersect at P. The lines intersect at P. Now look at. This is the plane of your paper. Now I am calculating. A point is there on your paper, B point is there. Look at here. So therefore I am calculating BA bar. So BA bar equal to OA bar minus OB bar. OA bar means what? A bar minus C bar. That means this vector A bar minus C bar lies in plane. Look at, your paper is there. This BA bar vector is on your paper. Only. It will not lie outside the paper. It will be on your paper only. Because B is on your paper, A is on your paper means BA bar also lies on your paper. Now what I am doing is normal vector. Normal vector to plane I am writing. Normal vector means what? Your paper is there. When you keep it vertically, that is called normal to the plane. Normal vector means what? The vector which is perpendicular to each and every vector in the plane. Right. So look at, B bar is there on the plane, D bar is there on the plane. So this normal vector will be perpendicular to both. Normal vector to plane means what? The vector which is perpendicular to every vector in the plane. The vector which is perpendicular to B bar, which is perpendicular to D bar is nothing but, I have told in cross product, B bar cross D bar. If you keep the pen vertically, vector along your pen is nothing but one vector, B bar cross D bar. That because B bar you know on the plane, D bar you know on the plane. Along the normal, what is the vector? Normal vector is nothing but B cross D. Now B cross D, it will be perpendicular to every vector in the plane. This is also vector on the plane. So perpendicular to A bar minus C bar. Right? Because B cross D is like this. Right? And A bar minus C bar is on your paper. That normal vector B cross D will be perpendicular to A bar minus C bar also. So that means These two vectors are what? Perpendicular vectors. That means I am writing dot product equal to 0. Dot product equal to 0. That implies equal to what? 0. This is nothing but this is just like A bar dot B cross C equal to 0. According to definition, scalar triple product is what? 0. Scalar triple product of A bar, B bar, C bar is 0. This is the one. If lines either they are parallel or intersecting, then that means coplanar lines. Then the condition is box of A bar minus C bar, B bar, D bar. This A bar, B bar, C bar, D bar we will find out from the given lines and then write scalar triple product equal to 0. So if the lines are not lying in the plane, neither intersecting nor parallel, what happens? This will not be perpendicular. So this will not be 0. That means this is not equal to 0. This is not equal to 0. If this is 0, he will give coplanar, parallel intersecting these three. This is equal to 0. Non-coplanar, not parallel, not intersecting, then this is not equal to 0. Finally, you have to remember this condition. This is in vector form is there, right? In our 3D geometry, lines will be in Cartesian form, x, y, z. For that, I will write the condition. Look at it. Look at it. Next. Suppose in 3D geometry, lines will always be given in Cartesian form. Cartesian form means, suppose let us say line 1 is like this, line 1 is like this, line 1. Y minus y1 by b, z minus z1 by c. So this is given line 1, line 2. A1, B1, C1, DRs. Line 2 is this. Line 1 passes through X1, Y1, Z1 and DRs are what? A1, B1, C1. Line 2 passes through X2, Y2, Z2 and DRs are what? A2, B2, C2. Look at the same conditions in Cartesian form, how the formula is very important. How the formula is, look at L1, L1, L2 are parallel or intersecting. Parallel or intersecting. That means coplanar. If in Cartesian form it is given means condition is determinant of x1 minus x2 y1 minus y2 z1 minus z2 a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 c2 equal to 0. So x1 y1 z1 means this point we will find out, right? x1 y1 z1 you will get this point, we will find out x2 y2 z2 you will get. In the first row you write x1 minus x2 y1 minus y2 z1 minus z2. Next in the second row a1 b1 c1 drs of first line a1 b1 c1. In the second row a2 b2 c2 drs of second line. This is the condition, Cartesian form. Number 2, L1 L2 are neither parallel nor intersecting. That means nor intersecting means skew lines. Skew lines non-coplanar. Non-coplanar lines. Non-coplanar lines. If not equal to 0. If you calculate this determinant, if it is 0, then parallel or intersecting or coplanar lines they are called. If they are neither parallel nor intersecting, that means skew lines or non-coplanar lines. Determinant is what? Not equal to 0. Determinant is not equal to 0. Now look at how you will go, how you will get this is, look, these lines are given in Cartesian forms. Now I am writing first line. First line is what? In vector form a bar plus lambda b bar. In the previous vector form I told, what is that? A bar plus lambda b bar. A bar means what? A bar means on line 1 point will be there, that position vector. What is the point here? x1 y1 z1. So therefore for the line 1, for this line a bar is nothing but point is what of x1 y1 z1. Just write position vector x1i plus y1j plus z1k. Z1k. So that is the position vector A bar. B bar is what? B bar is nothing but direction vector of first line. Direction vector means DRs. A1, B1, C1. B bar is nothing but here A1i plus B1j plus C1k. So for line 1, R bar you put A bar plus lambda B bar means A bar is nothing but this point x1, y1, z1 that I have written position vector. B bar is nothing but direction vector of this line. A1, B1, C1. Direction vector means what? This for the second line. For the second line in vector form is what? C bar plus mu D bar. C bar plus mu D bar. C bar means what? C bar means point on the second line. This is what? Point on the line whose position vector is C bar. Point is what here? x2, y2, z2. That means C bar is nothing but position vector of that point. Z2k. Z2k. D bar means what? Direction vector of the second line. Direction vector means what? dr. D bar equals to A2i plus B2j plus C2k. C2K. Now look at. So for this condition is what actually box of A bar minus C bar B bar D bar equal to 0. Box of A bar minus C bar B bar D bar equal to 0 in vector form. That means box of A bar minus C bar. A bar minus C bar means what? A bar is this, B, C bar is this. So therefore, what you will get x1 minus x2 into I plus y1 minus y2 into j plus into k comma b bar. B bar means what? Vector a1i c1k b bar. D bar means what? a2i plus b2j plus c2k. This is equal to 0. This is equal to 0 means box of A bar, B bar, C bar is nothing but determinant. In scalar triple product we have seen box of one vector, comma second vector, comma third vector is nothing but scalar triple product is nothing but determinant of the vector. Second vector in second row, third vector in third row equal to 0. This is Cartesian form, right? So if this determinant equal to 0, then the lines will be parallel or intersecting or coplanar. Similarly, if this is not equal to 0, lines will be neither parallel nor intersecting. They are skew lines and they are non-coplanar. Simple formula. Just finally, this formula you have to remember. That's all. Definite problems on this in the exam. Look at how the problems will be, we will see. Look at. Look at the problem, how it will be. Check whether the lines x plus 1 divided by 2 equals to y minus 1 by 1 equals to z divided by minus 1 comma, one line is given like that, x divided by minus 3 equals to y divided by minus 1 equals to z plus 2 divided by minus 2 are coplanar or not. Okay, like this it is asked. Check whether the lines, these lines are coplanar or not. Coplanar or not means you have to find the determinant. You have to find the determinant. Look it. So look it. So this line is like first line x minus of minus 1 divided by 2, x minus x1, y minus y1, right in that form. Z minus 0 divided by minus 1, line 1. So from this you calculate x1, y1, z1. What is that? Minus 1, 1, 0, minus 1, 1, 0. Second line. Second line is what? X minus x2 equal to y minus, nothing is there means 0. Minus 1 equal to z minus of minus 2 divided by minus 2. So here DRs are what for the first line? A1, B1, C1 equals to 2, comma 1, comma minus 1. For the second line, x2, y2, z2 is nothing but 0, 0, minus 2. 0, 0, minus 2. DRs are what? A2, B2, C2. This is nothing but minus 3, minus 1, minus 2. Minus 3, minus 1, minus 2. Let us calculate the determinant. x1 minus x2. Whether it is 0 or not, you have to calculate. That's all. A1, B1, C1. A2, B2, C2. Calculate this determinant value. That means x1 minus x2 minus 1 minus 0 minus 1. So 1 minus 0, 1 minus 0, 1. 0 minus of minus 2, 2. First row. First row. And then second row, DRs of first line. 2, 1 minus 1. Third row, DRs of second line. Let us calculate the determinant value. Minus 1 into, so minus 1 into minus 2, minus 1, minus 3. So minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 4, minus 3, minus 7 plus 2 into minus 2 plus 3, 1. So therefore what you are getting? 3 plus 7 plus 2. So this is what? 12. This is what? 12. So therefore this is not equal to 0. This is not equal to 0 means what? Lines are non-coplanar. Lines are non-coplanar. Non-coplanar. That means these two lines will not lie in one plane. They are non-coplanar lines. They are non-coplanar lines. They are also called skew lines. Skew lines. If determinant not equal to 0, you will get. They are called non-coplanar lines or skew lines. They are neither parallel nor intersecting. That means they are not coplanar means what? They will not lie in same plane. They are non-coplanar lines. They are also called skew lines. Like that, two lines are given. Check whether they are coplanar or non-coplanar. Find determinant. If this is 0, then lines are coplanar. If this is not equal to 0, lines are non-coplanar. Similarly, two lines he will give. Two lines he will give. They will intersect or not, he will ask. Same, right? Calculate determinant. If it is equal to 0, they will intersect, right? If it is not equal to 0, they will not intersect. That's all, right? Two lines he will give. They are skew or not, you will ask, calculate determinant, right? If it is not equal to 0, they are skew lines. If it is equal to 0, then they are not skew lines, they are coplanar lines. Look at the problem solving, very important models. Entama. Uh, uh, that's what. Clearly, you can say parallel or not here by looking itself also. Look at 2 by minus 3, 1 by minus 1, minus 1 by minus 2. Huh? No, no, wait. I have understood your doubt. Look at, if two lines are given, okay, now you can easily check whether these are parallel lines or not. These are not parallel, na. 2 by minus 3, 1 by minus 1, minus 1 by minus 2. They are not equal. So they are not parallel. Clearly, you can find out here itself, they are not parallel. And determinant, what you got, not equal to 0, that means they are not intersecting lines, right? They are not parallel. Parallel means here itself, here if determinant equal to 0, you will get parallel means. Okay, now. Parallel means here itself you can say, by looking at the DR's ratios, you can easily say whether they are parallel or not. Determinant equal to 0 and they are not parallel, they are intersecting. Determinant not equal to 0, suppose you got, they definitely they will not be parallel. Okay. Okay. Suppose regular models in the exam mains or IIT, he will ask like this. If the lines if the lines divided by 1 equals to y minus 3 divided by 1 equals to z minus 4 divided by minus k, and k equals to y minus 4 divided by 2 equals to z minus 5 divided by 1. Two lines are given. If the lines intersect each other, find k. Intersect each other means what? They are intersecting lines. They are intersecting line means determinant equal to 0. That means first for line 1 you calculate what is x1, y1, z1. What is x1, y1, z1? 2, 3, 4. So for the first line a1, b1, c1, drs 1, 1 minus k. This. So similarly for the second line x2, y2, z2. What is that? Point on this 1, 4, 5. Right? So for the second line drs a2, b2, c2. This is nothing but drs are what? K21. 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 Right? What is the formula for it? Intersecting means x1 minus x2 last problem. Okay. This is equal to 0, determinant equal to 0. That implies x1 minus x2, look at 2 minus 1, 1, y1 minus y2 minus 1, z1 minus z2 minus 1, a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2. This, so therefore, expand the determinant 1 into, so 1 plus 2k, this, so plus 1 into 1 plus k square, determinant expand, this minus 1 into 2 minus k, this, that means 2k plus 1 plus 1 plus k square minus 2 plus k equal to 0. So 1, 1, 2 cancel. So that means you will get k square plus 3k equal to 0. K equal to 0 comma minus 3. That is the answer. Simpler. Two lines will be given to you and a variable he will give. Lines intersect each other, parallel to each other, coplanar, determinant equal to 0. Two lines he will give. Lines will not intersect. Lines are not parallel. Lines are non-coplanar. Determinant not equal to 0. This is very important model. Okay now. If the lines are given coplanar, parallel, intersecting, determinant equal to 0. If the lines are given non-coplanar, not intersecting, or skew lines, then determinant not equal to 0. Okay now? Okay. Thank you all of you. Have a nice day. At 5:30 there will be paper discussion. Yesterday's paper I will discuss 5:30 study hour. Okay now? Thank you all of you.